What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Sister Radio Show. I am your favorite sister, Narkelia. I hope you guys are having a great week thus far. On with me today, I have a special co-host. Her name is Shay Mack with Audition with Shay Mack. How you doing, girl?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
It is a pleasure. Shay Mack, can you please tell the people a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yes, okay. So basically, here in Atlanta, I'm an actor, director, producer, also an acting coach. And I also have a business called Audition with Shay Mack, where I tape actors' auditions, their self-tape. So whenever you have an audition that you have to send in for TV, film, even theater, if you have to do monologues, I tape them, edit them, and I'll send them out for you. And it's 24 hours, open 24 hours. Audition with Shay Mack.
Wow. How long have you been doing Audition with Shay Mack?
Since 2000, so about 3 years. Oh, 3 years, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Because,
definitely growing, too.
Right. On the outside looking in, I'm like, people probably just at home with a selfie camera doing their own auditions, but I can see how that is a successful business venture to go into because we're in an age now where they're always shooting something, especially in Atlanta.
Right.
Right. Go ahead and slide your audition tape in there from Shay Mack.
Yeah, and it makes a difference too because casting directors, they really pay attention to the quality of your tape, the sound, the way it looks, the lighting, all of that kind of stuff. And then working with me, because I'm an actor as well, so, you're working with a working actress who can be your reader. Sometimes people will do their tape at home with their cell phone or something, and then they'll use one of their friends as the person reading the other lines.
Right.
And it's just not really as, it can be just more authentic if you're reading with another fellow actor or something like that.
And really bring the character out.
Yeah. It gives you something to work with because, sometimes people forget us as actors, we're not robots, you know what I mean? So it's just like, sometimes that little extra boost, just kind of help us out, So it's always dope when you get the chance to work with another actor.
Right. And, of course, having a quality audition tape shows that you take yourself seriously. So that looks good as well. So, right. Well, thank you for letting us know a little bit about you. Guys, you already know this month our shows have been around expectations versus realities. On today's show, we're going to talk about that specifically in regards to happiness. And on the last show, when we talked about relationships, that happiness piece was in there. It was in regards to only being in a relationship and making sure it doesn't drain you of your happiness. But today, we really want to focus on it in a holistic view, like what expectations you guys had surrounding what should make you happy, where you should look for happiness, and then of course the reality on what really motivates us, keeps us going, keeps us happy, and that search for that happiness in the real life aspect and not some cookie cutter model of happiness. So Shay Mack, I'm going to ask you first about your expectations surrounding happiness. Like when you were, growing up and probably even into young adulthood, what were some of the things that you thought would make you happy in life and that you thought would lead to this, problem-free, great, euphoric life?
You know what? My thing would probably be what anybody else would be, and that would be money. Just having money. You just got money. You're good. No matter what. No matter what's happened, what's going on, all you need is money. Money will take care of everything. Mm-hmm. Money gets you through whatever. That's all you need. It's just money. Just money. And it kind of coming up like, coming into my young adult years, some little partying phase and like stuff.
Right.
You just get to a point where you just like, okay, I gotta work.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta have money. You know what I mean? And it's just like that's what your focus is on. You kind of put yourself into overdrive. You work and you think, I don't know if you just think you're happy or what, but you find yourself working, overworking yourself for pennies.
Right.
And you just getting by. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's just kind of like, you gotta have money, gotta have money, gotta have money. You working more and more and more and more and more, and then it's not like the expenses are going down. Everything, like the saying goes, more money, more problems.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like,
and more bills.
Coming up though, that was the thing. Like, you gotta have money. Get you a little car to get you from point A to point B. Get you a little job. Boy, you good. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just what it was all about.
I agree. I agree with you on that. That money aspect is, even though there's, of course, the popular saying that money can't buy happiness, you're taught the exact opposite of that. Like, yes, it can.
Right.
it can get you everything. What do you mean?
No, I mean, it definitely adds to the happiness.
Right.
I mean?
It's a bonus.
It's not just a sole factor.
Exactly. One expectation for me that I thought was material things, because I'm a first generation college grad in my family. So the first thing was like, oh, you about to graduate, you about to get this good job, you know you need to get a luxury car. Like, why? And like, that was supposed to like start my happily ever after, because I got this degree, I'm about to start making this money, and I'm about to get me this car that's gonna cost too much for what I'm really gonna make. But you're not.
Yeah.
You don't know. You think that's it, and
that's success right there.
That's success. That you made it, boo. Like, what do you mean?
You graduated, you got your little BMW, you good.
Right, you good. You in there. You should not have any problems. You have no right to complain after that. Like, everything is gravy. Another thing, though, and I don't know if, like, all women experience this or not, but one thing that I feel like women are taught is that getting married to somebody and starting a family is your happiness. Like, this is it. You need to pour all of yourself into your spouse and into your children, and that is supposed to fulfill you enough for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you gotta get married so you get a man that's gonna take care of you.
Yes,
so
boo.
You can be happy.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, once again, you can't complain about nothing. Like,
you can't complain about nothing. Girl, you got a man working every day and you ain't gotta do nothing.
Right.
Girl.
You got kids that love you. Like, what? Come on.
That's all you need in life.
That's all you need. You're a woman. What more do you need to be out here doing? Like, you just need to be sitting, being at home cleaning up, cooking that food, though.
Right.
And that's it. You're going to be happy. Shut up.
That's crazy.
And what I find interesting about that, because a lot of that stems from a time period where women didn't have a choice but to stay home and do those things, because, you know, they weren't allowed to work in a lot of places. So it's funny that we carry that over to this new age where we running businesses. Like, I don't have to sit at home anymore. I don't have just one option in life. Like, why are we still holding on to that? It's so weird to me.
Right, or even the desire. Yeah, some women love it. Some women be like, no, I'm not. I would stay home. I would keep this house clean.
Right.
That's all. That's their happiness. Like, no, I'm good. You know, that's definitely a to each his own type thing.
It is.
I don't have a desire. No.
And you know what? It's funny because I think one of the reasons I don't have that desire is because I don't want anyone to feel like they can control me, because I stay at home, like, and because they pay for everything. Like, no. Boo, I got my own money.
Right, and especially if you have, you know, a business mindset, or you just have ideas, or the type of woman that just wants to, you know, take chances or try something, or just your creative, the part of your creative mind. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Some women just don't. I want to say just don't have that, but don't really tap into it as much as other women do. So you get women like us who's like, I want to start my business doing this. This is my passion. Or you have your radio show, stuff like that. Right. Some women are like, nope, I'm good. I'm gonna make this chili and pop over this bottle of wine.
Yeah, hello.
I'm gonna chill.
Hello.
That's crazy. But some people. Well, I want to say that's crazy because that's some people's thing or whatever. But people do come up with that thing. If you want to be happy in life, you get that man who has a good job and has money. Right. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to do anything. You just have to make sure you have his babies, lock them in. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like all that kind of stuff. Like that's really some people's expectation.
That is.
Like for real. Still today.
Right. Still today. And it probably will continue because a lot of things that we think and that we hold on to, it comes from how we're raised. So as long as people are still teaching that to their kids, it's going to always exist. Like, right. It's going to. But that really is a good way to segue into the reality. So I want to ask you, Shay, what is your reality? What actually makes you happy? What keeps you motivated, keeps you going and wanting to live this thing called life?
Really, I could sit here and talk about this forever.
Do it then.
Really being able to understand that I do have the power to control a lot more than I ever thought that I did.
Yeah.
Regarding what I allow into my world, what I want, what I need, what I don't want, what I can have, my heart's desires. It's like, people always say, what's for me is for me type thing. But I think a lot of times people say that and don't really actually know what it means. Like, if you really, truly have from your gut, heart's desires for something that you want, that is tangible for you, like you can have it. And I think like that is part of that is my overall happiness, being able to know that whatever it is that I want, I can get it by any means. Now, how it comes, I guess that's the joys of life because, we don't know what's going to happen or how it's going to happen. Every day we wake up in the morning. But, I know by the end of the day, whatever I wanted to do during that day or whatever I needed or whatever I may have been praying for or putting out to the universe is going to happen and it's going to come. And I guess the joy of it is waiting to watch it all unfold. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like where how my happiness, I guess, is, or where it lies is just in the fact that, I don't want for nothing. I don't need for anything. Whatever I put out there, I'll get. And at the same time, a lot of it comes to is how you are with other people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Who you are towards other people for their life and what they need positively. And all that stuff just comes back. So I think happiness comes in to getting your good karma, getting that good karma.
Right.
That definitely, make that happen. And then from the expectation aspect of it is just the money.
Yeah.
When your reality, and when it comes to your reality, if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and walking into in your purpose, positively, and you're giving back.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, it's gonna come. Like, it's crazy just how stuff just comes.
Yeah. The money will come later. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? It'll come later. It'll come right then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll come before you know it. You just never know. So instead of happiness is not about the chase. The happiness is about chilling and then letting everything, whatever is supposed to be for you, come to you naturally. I think that's where my happiness comes from. Just not worrying or stressing. People waste so much time worrying, stressing. I have friends who I'm just like, dude, look, at the end of the day, you still got what it is that you asked for, but you wasted 2.5 weeks worrying and stressing.
Yep.
That's wasted time. It was coming.
Right. You already knew you put out the effort. Right.
Yeah. So my happiness comes from just being able to just be.
Yeah.
And there's no negativity surrounding it. You can choose who you want to be around, who you want around you in your world,
yes,
what you want to do. Having a business, like I used to have a 9-to-5. I quit it 2 years ago.
Yes.
The best decision I made in my whole entire life. Best decision I made. I was just like, wait a minute, why am I sitting here stressed out? And I remember I prayed about it. I was like, God, why you got me in this situation? And a voice said, ain't nobody tell you to be there. Like, it just came out of nowhere. And I was like, you know what? You're right. What am I doing?
It's that accountability.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And ever since then, it was just like a weight just like lifted up off of me. Like they have that saying, you know, the monkey on your back. Like I feel like I just had like pounds like lifted off of me, and I've never been so like carefree, stress free.
Yes.
I make more money without the 9-to-5 than I had all the years with my 9-to-5. You know what I mean?
And that's like, what's up.
And you're just happy, and you're just peaceful, and you're content, and you just have that. I can't think of the word. You're just good.
Yeah.
You're just a good place.
Yeah.
And when you know how that good place feels, then I think that's when you know, okay, this is happy.
Right.
This feeling here. And
yes.
once you get that feeling, and you know that feeling, you don't want to ever let that feeling go. So
right. You don't.
Whatever it is that's happening or whatever is going around, I'm like, if that's messing with my happy, then I can't work with it.
Exactly. If it's going to taint my space and my inner peace, nah, I'm good.
Right.
But I definitely
that's
feel
where the happiness lies.
Yes, that's where if you're not warring with yourself on the inside, if you are good, blissful, at peace, then that's what it is, and that's where I find my happiness is just being freely and completely me. You know, no filters over myself, no living to other people's expectations, no negative energy or people around, just fun-loving, carefree, doing what I want to do when I want to do it, exploring my passions, exploring my ideas and my visions, and seeing them into fruition. Like, that is an amazingly happy life. And I ain't even thinking about the money. Like, it ain't even on my mind. It's like, it come when it come.
Right.
Like you said,
or the luxury car,
or the luxury car that ain't nobody paying for while they trying to egg you on to get it. Like, you gonna pay for this?
Right.
You finna help with this car note? Like, no, boo. But it's just, I just love it. I love having a free mind, being able to, because I'm all about knowledge and learning stuff. I love being able to learn new things every day. That makes me happy. I just learned something new. It could be something simple. Like, this is amazing. I just open my eyes up to something else new. Like, that is what's up for me. Mm-hmm. That mental expansion, that, I don't know. Actually, the older I get, the more I connect with, like, Mother Nature and just really get into the soul of folks. That makes me happy too. Like, I just feel like at one, like, I'm at peace and shit.
Right. Again, no dollar or no other human being, like,
no.
That. Like, when you got your point, I had a friend, a very close associate friend, and it's like sometimes she, like, really is like, I have a lot of friends that, like, kind of come to me, like, to talk or to vent or whatever. Yeah. And I have no problem with that at all. You know, I love talking with my friends and everything. Right. But sometimes, you know, it's that one person who's like, girl, there's nothing good happening.
Right.
Lord.
Like, your story is
So
draining me.
It's like, goodness. And so if there was a time where I felt myself like, wait a minute, every time I get off the phone with this person, I feel so drained. Like, I feel so, like, empty. And then they're just like, woo,
Right.
Thank you, girl. I need to, like, Lord, I gotta power up. I gotta rejuvenate my whole everything now because I just let so much of that go.
Yes.
So one thing I love too is, and I heard somebody speaking about this, and I was like, oh, I love it. It's protecting your light.
Yes.
Protecting your light. You don't gotta shine that on everybody all the time. It doesn't make you like wrong or make you a bad person. But sometimes somebody come around you, they got some negative, they bring you down or whatever. Sometimes you got to keep your light aside and say, you know what? It's sorry to do that.
Yeah, and you know what?
Wow, yeah, that's kind of messed up.
Right.
But just to give them so much.
But I'm going to see you later, though.
And it drains you.
Right.
Huh?
I say, be like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm going to see you later, though. I'll see you.
Yes, because you will find yourself so messed up. And I find myself like that. I'm like, wait a minute. I was not in a bad mood. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now I'm mad at the world. This is not even my business. This isn't my problem.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's one thing, too. It's just kind of protecting your life. You could be there for people, lend a helping hand, lend an ear. But, you don't necessarily have to try to be a problem solver. Or
a fixer.
Use all of your energy just to make them feel better.
Right.
We all got our own paths, and we all, got our own choices. We learn and we grow. And sometimes, taking on all of that isn't for us, especially if it's making you feel in a way that makes you feel uneasy.
Exactly.
And I don't like being in that position where I feel like now I got to go repower up.
Right.
and get my life. Well, my life was together before this conversation.
Okay. I was about to have an awesome freaking day.
Right.
Here you come.
People, right. And people have to find, like, just like you have to find your inner happiness to become one with yourself and what you need and all that kind of stuff. Everyone has to do that for themselves. You can't look to others to do that for you or find that for you.
Right.
People
because you'll always be incomplete. You'll always be incomplete. Like, you're never gonna.
Yeah, always. It just depends on you. It's because nobody can be your mind, your brain, your heart.
Exactly, your soul.
That's all you. That's all you by yourself.
Yeah. And you know what?
So I had to learn that too. I'm like, wait a minute, I can't do all this now.
But when you were talking about protecting your light, one thing that I came into deeper and deeper as I grew older is not dimming my light for people, because growing up I used to be self-conscious. Like, even though I had confidence, I would dim my light a lot, because growing up I used to always, you had the mean girls like, oh, she thinks she all that and stuff and all that. So I used to dim my light so that people wouldn't keep calling me like big, bougie, and stuck up. And then, like, as I became a young adult and older, and shoot, definitely now, it's like, no, like, I work hard for what I do. I'm not boastful. I'm not arrogant, but I'm not dimming my light for you either, just so you can feel better about what you got going on. Because that's not making me happy. I deserve to celebrate myself and what I got going on. And if I've been hitting the gym and I'm looking good, I'm celebrating my body too. Like, what? I don't understand.
I know that's right.
Like, what do you mean? But when you let your light shine in its purest form, it just feels good. Like, I'm me. It's a whole new level of confidence that you didn't even know you had. Like, I'm doing this.
Right. Can't nobody take that away at all.
Exactly. You can't have this shine. You can create and that's what people don't understand. You can create your own shine without me having to dim mine. You can do that.
Right. We got two different light switches.
Right.
You got your own light.
We are not sharing the same electrical box. Like, you can have light.
Right. We can cut our lights on at the same time. It's okay, sis.
Right. You in a whole nother house. You can turn your lights on over there.
Right. You're doing the most.
Right. It's like, because even, I like to watch different inspirational things. And I was watching something that Gabrielle Union was saying, and this is what I mean by accountability. She was like, I used to be that person that thought I needed to tear somebody down to feel good. And the first thing into going into a more positive behavior is admitting that you had some messed up behavior before. Because you can't move forward until your own true happiness with yourself if you still lying to yourself. Like, no, you messy. Right. You're messy. Like, change that. Acknowledge it and change it. Like, that's it.
Yeah, that's what it be. People be, we say hating or whatever because, they dealing with their own personal stuff. And a lot of times we'll allow that same spirit to jump onto us. And it gets us to second guess who we are, what we can do, and our power. While we worrying about what the next person is thinking, when they're going through their own little demons, it has nothing to do with us. It has nothing to do with us as individuals. When you recognize your power and you know how bright your light shines, can't nobody take that away from you at all.
Exactly. And
you ain't got to apologize for it.
You don't. And anybody who's mad at your light shining shouldn't be in your life anyway. They can leave.
Right.
No matter who they are. And I tell people that all the time, Shay.
The people closest to you.
Right.
The people closest to you.
Right. Blood and all. Blood. It don't matter. You can have known them and been friends with somebody 20 years, and they could have been that negative force in your life for 20 years that you need to get rid of. Like, let it go.
Right. You be like, look at me over here living.
Because, and you know what? People really, when it comes to relationships with friends and family and even romantic ones, people put quantity over quality. People love to say, well, we've been friends 20 years, or that's my cousin. We've been down for life. But that doesn't mean you have a quality relationship with this person that's worth saving.
That is very true.
Doesn't mean, like, let that person need to go. And you need to let them do that.
Right. I've been in that situation and I've been fine. I'm like, wait a minute. If you don't need nobody for nothing.
No.
No matter who they are, how long it's
no.
You don't.
You don't.
At all.
Okay. Like, once you, honestly, and not that, of course, having friends and family is great, but when you tap into that inner peace, happiness, ain't nothing that you're afraid of losing, including people.
Right.
Like, bye. You can go.
Like, I've been going all this long without you anyway, and then it becomes, all you add is some BS, so.
Right.
Right.
Okay. You want to keep doing that? Okay, boo.
What they're saying now, I'm good, love, enjoy.
Right. If somebody texts you that, it's done. It's a wrap. I'm good, love, enjoy. Or the new thing, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. I'm gonna keep it moving.
Right.
I don't
People
need
got the world twisted.
Got it twisted, and that like I said, that for me that goes for family and all. Like I base how you get treated off how you treat me. I'm not gonna overexert my energy when you're not giving that same thing back. Like, all right, I know now we good. Like, I'm sorry. Well,
and
I'm not sorry.
It should just take one time, but as we grow, as we learn,
Yeah.
I done been in a situation where I done gave chances after chances, or just being a type of person where I'm like, oh no, this is my friend. I'm just letting them be them. That's just who they are. Everything is cool. No, you don't have to accept anything just based off of because you think that that's just them.
Right.
That don't mean that you have to deal with the stuff that they kick out either.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You don't. And one thing, because I have somebody that's semi in my life, like that. Like they're a distant associate, but one of the reasons that they are is that everyone else makes excuses for them and their nasty behavior towards people as that's just them. But people can choose. That's not a natural. You're just not naturally nasty. You're choosing to be nasty to people. So I need you to choose not to be that way. Like, you wake up every morning with a choice. You don't have to do that. And but the thing is, if you are going to choose to do that, I also could choose not to deal with you. And that's what I'm doing. So, here we are. So here we are. We've reached an impasse. Like, so.
Yeah, like, this is it. This is our final stop.
Hey, and I'm good with that. And so you better be good with that. And I don't want anybody to think, because I will say this is years of trial and error in the making to be where I am today. So I know that it ain't like just, tomorrow you're going to wake up and you're going to have just this great inner peace and happiness because we said so.
You're right.
It does.
Yeah, no, it takes time.
Yeah.
I ain't no spring chicken.
Right. Oh, hello? I ain't a spring chicken either, my dear. But I also ain't old either. No.
Right. Oh, yeah. Let's clarify that for the people out there.
So, I mean, it came
but
with
it takes time.
Yeah.
Once you find it, you'll know, like, okay, this is it. This is
right.
where I belong. You know?
Right. You find your lane. Like, this is my lane.
Yeah, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Even happier than I am now. What's going to happen in 5 years? I have no idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just know that I'm working.
Yes.
I'm trying to do what I need to do.
Yes.
I'm trying to be there for people. I'm trying to give back, stay positive, do what's right, and see what life has to offer.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
I just be riding the wave. Like, I'm riding the wave. See, wherever it goes, that's where it go. If it crash, it crash. Whatever. Yeah. I mean, because
another wave is always coming.
Another one. Look, the waves never stop. It's always going to be a wave to ride. So, what's up?
Right.
I mean, and just not putting any limitations on yourself. There are truly no limits out here. You can do whatever you want to do. You can have whatever people in your life you want to have in your life. Like, it's all up to you. You are in control. You are. Like,
yeah, people don't understand that, and sometimes people, they just sit and wait for something to happen, or wait for somebody to step in. It's like, no, it's on you. Right. Like, I'm not super like religious or anything, but that one passage in the Bible that says faith without work is dead. Like, I really believe that. Like, you can have faith all day, but you still gotta put something to it. Like, you gotta get out here and move and shake. Whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is you feel that your heart desires what you want, you gotta put a step forward.
Right. You gotta put the effort behind it. Like, I can't just say I want to do a podcast and then I still haven't bought a microphone or got software. Like, it's not just gonna fall into your lap. Right. Like, what's going on?
Right. It don't just happen like that, you know?
It doesn't.
Sometimes people, they just feel like, I'm not going to get nothing, or nothing ever happens to me, or I hate this thing when people say, like, it's my luck. It's like, come on, you speaking the negative into your life before you even give it a turn to happen.
Right. You're in control. Like, you in control of that thing that you think is luck. Like, you got this, boo. Like, what you mean? If you just do the action and stop talking about the negative aspects of everything, you could be getting along somewhere. Like,
right.
And
what, yeah, I definitely believe that.
Yeah, and another thing about, when people talk about putting things out to the universe, when we say that, yes, we're putting out that positive thing, but like Shay said, we're still gonna be working. It ain't just saying it out loud and chilling. Like, you gotta say it out loud and then start doing the steps to reach your goal. Like, that's how that works.
Right. Like, I didn't just say I'm gonna just quit my job and just walk out into the world. You know what I mean?
Right.
I took a weekend. I thought about it. Came up with a plan.
Yes.
And that Monday, I was like, I'm out. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm out of here.
You gotta put something. Don't set yourself up for failure. You still gotta be smart about whatever it is that you're doing. Think of what you want to do. Set up a plan and get off of social media and stop worrying about what everybody else is doing.
Yep.
And really take time to figure out, okay, what do I want? What do I need in my world? What do I want to do? What are my goals? What do I want to start a business? Do I want to join another business? Do I want to do a nonprofit? Like, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it, but you got to do it. You can't think that it's going to just fall in your lap off of LinkedIn or something. Like, you got to get out there and, really do it and, promote yourself and just, there's ways to do whatever it is that you want to do. There's no
research is everything.
Thing that you just can't do.
Yeah.
And you can do anything, period, point blank.
Literally.
Or if it's just physically something you can't do, then you get a partner, you find somebody that can do that part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
there's ways around and to everything.
And I say this, I've said this on the last show, but I'm saying on this show too, stop letting imperfect people tell you how to live a perfect life. Like, get people out of your head. You got to do your own thing. And a lot of times people are not going to believe in you. A lot of times people will not support you. People you think that should support you, like family, friends, sometimes won't. And that's how you have to have your own drive for yourself. If you're going to wait on somebody else to get on board, you probably never get jump started. You just got to have enough drive within you and enough passion behind it to get it popping. It's on you.
Right.
Like,
that's
all you got.
The reality of happiness.
Yes. The reality is sometimes you all you got. Like, that's how I go through it. Like, I'm all I got. So I got to go hard. Because there's no guarantee that anyone's going to believe in my vision as hard as I do and go as hard as I want them to. So let me go ahead and put in this work. And that's it.
All right.
That's what I do. But I appreciate you, Shay Mack, for this bum-ass conversation regarding expectations and realities on happiness.
I hope it touched somebody hard.
I
hope it touched somebody.
Or inspire somebody or something, Because we can only share our experiences and share our own mishaps and how we have come into this newfound happiness with ourselves. Like, that's all we doing.
Right.
But
it's corny to say, true happiness lies from within. You know, we hear stuff like that. We're just like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's really true.
It's so true.
Lie within.
It's absolutely true. And it sounds simple, but it does take work to get there also. It really does.
Right.
It doesn't happen overnight.
Definitely. Love yourself.
Yes.
Treat yourself. Take care of yourself.
Yes. Go get that massage.
The rest will follow.
Do it. Yes.
Yes, I need to schedule me one while we talk.
Okay. The whole shoulder hurt up here. We were talking about not being spring chicken. I went out, guys, and I'm not a spring chicken. My whole body hurts. Okay.
Right.
Whole body from my head to my toes hurts.
Trying to drop down to get the eagle on.
Right. Well. Shay, before we get out of here, do you have any shout outs or anything you want to say to the people? Share your IG information, any of that?
Alright, well, shout out to everybody who's listening. I hope you definitely took something positive from this conversation today. And just know, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do it. It sounds like, cliche or whatever, but it's really, really, really true. Step out on faith. And I think one thing that we don't do often is trust ourselves. We'll put trust in another person before we put it in our own self.
Right.
You know yourself better than anybody else. You know what you're capable of and what you can do. And 9 times out of 10, your power is 100 times stronger than what you even really think. So
Yes.
take time to step out, recognize yourself, your power, and your worth, and then you go out there and attack the world, and that's how you bring in your own happiness.
Yeah.
So y'all can hit me on IG at the official Shay Mack. And my business page is at Audition with Shay Mack. That's SHAYMACK.
Yes. You better come through with the inspirational closing message.
It's true. It's how I live every day. Like, for real.
It's absolutely true, and I thank you for being on. And of course, for my audience, I thank you guys for steadily listening. Thank you for my audience members across the globe too, because we do reach far outside the U.S. I have listeners in Indonesia, y'all. Like, what's up, guys? Hi. Thank you. But I love you guys, and definitely keep your light protected, like Shay said earlier in the show. Don't dim your light for others. And that doesn't mean be arrogant or anything, but just let your light do what it does, and that's shine. Be you. Be your authentic self. Find or get to know that inner you that's in there, that wants to connect and that wants to help you to that happiness that you seek. I love you guys again. Of course, my IG, sister.radio, my personal page at Your Favorite Sister. Tune in every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Bye.